Hi guys, it's June 24th, 2025 on my end. My name's Davey, and on this channel I have, right now it's really just, I apologize for the fact that I don't have a lot of things to show. I've got my back garden, a couple of songs I've made on a violin, a couple of things on guitar, and me just blah blah blah, and that's it. So I do apologize for that, but in time I do promise you that there's going to be some things I do have to show you. I do have the means to do some fun things. Just give me a moment, okay? So in the meantime, fun ideas. Well, ideas. I'll just say that. I've got ideas. Ideas that may be true. Things that make my heart go, that could be true. Things that make my heart go, bing. I trust my gut. Okay? Even with science. And if it doesn't ring true with my heart, if it doesn't ring true with my gut, I sit and I won't. Like relativity, it ain't right. I'm going to just say that. It isn't right. It's not quite right. I'll put that much. You can play with the math and do all that, and yeah, okay, cool. It isn't right with me. I'll put it that way. That's that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's just do that. All right. Okay. Here's what I wanted to say. Evolution. We have an E. coli bacterium in a laboratory. 75,000 generations of this poor little guy just living in a static environment, multiplying, living, dividing, multiplying, so on and so forth, in a long-standing evolution study. Here's the thing. Here's what I wanted. There was more to it than that, but here's what I wanted you to consider. What if it's not about how fast you can divide? What if it has more to do with how long the generation takes before they multiply? So the purpose in a human life, at least as far as I've been able to gain it, is to learn and to grow. We are here to learn. We're a thinking man, so we are thinking person in this case, I dare say. So we are here. I'm here to learn and adapt and grow. So I have learned so much, and I'm still learning, and I do hope to learn more. And it would have been awesome if I could have spread my seed and multiplied. Yeah, but too much on my plate, and I'm my own little kid anyways. So, if a person later on in life, the later the person can, to a point, of course, the later that person can have a child, the latest that they can safely have a child, I should say, is the most apt way for that lineage to evolve effectively. That sits well with my gut. That sits well with my heart. Why? Okay, let's put some science in it. Logic, I'll put it that way. Because the genome has had a chance to adapt microevolutions in that lifestyle, in that lifetime. A person, small things to evolve. Like for instance, I don't want to throw, I don't just microevolutions. Let's just say that. I don't want to put any details to those evolutions. Evolutionary traits, whether they've adapted to do this and get better at it, or adapted to do that and get better at it. There are ways that one can be specialized to be better at something, whether it means they consume this more, or consume this less, or are able to adapt to an environment better, or but ultimately it means another environment less. Unless, of course, that means that they are adept at all those environments. So, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. With hopes that's true. So, I'm trying to say, I guess, the longer it takes for a person to have a child, I don't want to, before that point where the genome becomes deviant. It's not the right word. God has a purpose for all of us, I tried to make a video here to make sense of it. I just think that if evolution exists in the grand macroscopic sense, then we could make it make show of itself if we actually were to show by making them those rodents or whatever the heck they're going to use, have the babies later, but teach the rodents something, have them learn something along the way, and then have the babies. The babies will learn it too, because genetic memory. There's epigenetics, and the epigenetics do record a little slot along the way in that junk DNA, right? That's 75% junk DNA. I think that's the genetic memory. It sits well with me that's this is my history, kind of 75%, Could be true, might not be true. I don't know. This has been a recording. Cheers.